Hey everyone, and welcome back to Don't Open That Door. We're back at you again with another bonus episode in celebration of our, Halloween festivities for the month of October. Nico, what are we doing for this bonus episode? We're doing something kind of special. What is that?
So this time we are going to be going through one of those classic.
The O's.
We're going to be going through one of those classic choose your own adventure books from the 80s. We have the very first one here, The Abominable Snowman.
Ooh. So these are the rules. We're gonna basically read through the story. Nico will be reading it. We'll all work together to make a decision. If we die or reach a bad end, we'll simply rewind back to the previous decision and keep going. So that way we can actually finish this in a good amount of time. Now, also, Dan, you're in charge of keeping track of the kill count, okay?
I got this.
Don't screw up here because
I won't.
Because, dear listeners, we're playing a game. We're playing a game, and you can play along with us. We're gonna predict how often we're gonna die. So, what do you guys think? How many times are we going to die in this adventure?
I think we're only going to die twice. I'm feeling confident.
Twice, says Nico. Okay. Dan?
I say 0 times because Justin and I know a lot about Abominable Snowmen.
That's true.
Deep cut, we are Abominable Snowmen.
Dan and I are the Abominable Snowmen.
Yes. So I say 0.
I'm a little more dangerous here because I'm working with 2 rookies at survivalism. See, little do you know, audience, deep cut, Justin is a survivalist, and these 2 are survival knots. So,
nah, bro. Back in middle school, we bring this up every
no,
once in
bro.
a while.
I won. Give me it.
Not
Give it to
in
me.
the Arctic, bro.
Okay.
Not in the Arctic.
That's bullshit.
Shit.
That test was bullshit.
Oh, shit.
Of course you're gonna go hunt. Don't hunt rabbits, you lying ass bitch. Yes, I will. Moving on past that traumatic experience.
Shall we?
We got the rules. I think we're gonna die 4 times. Is Justin's
4?
bet.
4 times? Ooh, okay. All right.
But
Well then.
without further ado,
We are mountain climbers. 3 years ago, we spent a summer at a climbing school in the mountains of Colorado. Our instructors, in fact, said that we had natural skills as a climber. Can you tell I'm editing this on the fly? We made rapid progress, all 3 of us, with me in the lead and Justin in dead last.
okay.
And by the end of the summer, we were leading difficult rock and ice climbs. That summer, though, we became close friends with a boy named Carlos. The 4 of us made a good climbing team. And last year, we were the chosen ones to join an international team.
Okay.
International businessman.
Yes.
Yes, we are. The expedition made it to the top of 2 unclimbed peaks in South America. Woo. On the night of that expedition, though, the group was seated around the cook tent at base camp. The expedition leader, Franz, told stories of climbing in the Himalayas, the highest mountains in the world. Here's a picture of the Himalayas, guys.
Oh, they look pretty.
Oh, okay.
Just imagine, dear listeners. The Himalayas form a great natural wall between India and China, with Nepal tucked in amid the peaks. Everest, Annapurna, and K2, because I guess they just didn't come up with a real name for that one, are the best known mountains in the Himalayas. These and many other peaks have been climbed, but still others lie in remote areas where few humans have gone. There, said Franz, in the high valleys beneath the snowfields, lives the Yeti, sometimes called the Abominable Snowman.
Is that what it really says? The Yeti, sometimes called the Abominable Snowman?
I shit you not, that's what it says, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like we're crossing a few wires here, but hey, fuck it, we ball. The Yeti is said to be a huge beast, Franz tells us. Perhaps a cross between a gorilla and a human. People cannot agree what it is. Is the Yeti dangerous? Carlos asked. Franz shrugged. Some say it is. Other people say the Yeti is very gentle. Have you ever seen one? One of us inquires. I'm gonna say Dan.
Yeah.
No, almost no one has. The best proof of the Yeti's existence is a set of very large footprints discovered in the 1950s by a British expedition. That bitch is dead. Anyway, no one has ever photographed one that I have heard, Franz answers, but the story still persists. At this point, us and Carlos decided then and there to find the Yeti. But when you returned from South America, the four of us raised money from the International Foundation for Research into Strange Phenomena,
What?
also known as the IFRISP, I guess.
Nice.
Our goal is to provide positive proof that the Yeti exists.
Okay.
We will find and photograph this Yeti. 2 days ago, Carlos left by helicopter to look over the terrain near Mount Everest. And the helicopter returns without him.
Well, he failed this book. Went straight
Yeah,
to
quick
the
story,
end.
folks. Yep. The pilot told you that Carlos decided to stay up at Everest Base Camp to check out a report that a Yeti had been seen. He had a radio transmitter, but you received no word from him. And neither have I or Dan, Justin. None of us have received word from him.
That makes sense.
The weather has turned bad and radio communication was naturally interrupted. And we have an appointment to speak with R.N. Renal, the Director of Expeditions and Mountain Research, and an authority on the Yeti. He knows of our plans, and we need his help with official permits for the expedition. And he'll probably also have good advice and information. But what about Carlos? Do we decide to cancel our meeting with Renal and search for Carlos, or is Carlos probably fine and are we gonna go ahead and meet with Dude? What do we think, lads?
I say Carlos is probably not fine, but we should still meet with Dude.
I'm feeling like we need to go after our homie because I don't trust the Yeti, bro.
Now there's a monsoon coming, bro.
We got to go up the mountain fast.
We do gotta go up the mountain
Then
fast.
we gotta come back down the mountain.
Monsoon can't go up mountain, bro. We good.
Oh.
You know, I don't think. So we're going to search for Carlos, I guess.
You really want to rack up those
No,
four-
I don't.
four
I
deaths,
don't.
huh?
I think this is the right move.
All right, Justin telephones Mr. Renal at the Foreign Ministry. This is an emergency, Mr. Renal. My friend Carlos is missing at base camp. I need help right now.
Of course, I understand. Please allow me the honor of coming with you. I know the region well.
So, we gladly accept the help of Mr. Renal. His reputation as a mountaineer is excellent. He's able to arrange for a Royal Army helicopter to meet you at the Tribuhaven Airport. 2 hours later, we land at the Everest Base Camp where Carlos was last heard and seen. His red nylon mountain tent is still there, but the storm has erased all the footprints.
Most reports of the Yeti have them well below base camp, but it's possible that they are up this high.
Renal says, as the four of us stand by the tent looking at the glacier and the high peaks. So, are we gonna try and search below the base camp with Renal, or are we gonna go up the mountain in search for our companion? Up or down, lads?
I feel like Carlos is a mountaineer. No, he'd want to go up.
Yeah, I feel like it would be a waste of time to go, I'm gonna go to a mountain, and then not go up the mountain. So,
I don't know, but they said that they're often sighted below. And if he's looking for the Yeti,
Was he looking for the Yeti?
true, he was looking for the
whole
Yeti.
reason why he stayed.
That is
Oh,
our
That's the
express
whole
purpose.
reason for the book.
Okay.
That is
okay.
our
Okay.
express
Were you not paying
motivation.
attention for the last 5 minutes?
Listen, all I know is I got the guy to come with us already, so I'm kind of in the lead almost.
It's
So then,
okay.
are we gonna be taking it search below then?
I think we got to vote. We got to vote. I vote up.
I vote down.
I vote down.
Okay,
Hey.
we're going down. We're going down.
All right, we're returning to page 9. The
good.
helicopter stays at base camp, and Renal and the three of us descend on foot along a narrow, rocky path below the snow line into a pine forest. It takes many hours of careful walking. The trail suddenly becomes very steep,
Oh,
and
no.
one side falls off more than 1,000 meters to a river gorge. We come to a small stone house with a thatched roof, and an old woman sits in the sunlight by the door. Can you tell us if any climbers came by? Oh, that's Renal speaking. Whoops.
Can you tell us if any climbers came by here? My friend is about 5'9", medium build, and has dark hair.
Renal translates your descriptions into Nepali, and the woman nods and says, 2 men came by, and the younger one left a note, and it says, "Don't follow. Wait at base camp. Carlos." Renal turns to us with a puzzled look on his face. Carlos is our friend. If it were up to me, I would ignore his message, but you know him better. What now? What do you think? Are we going to obey the message and climb back to base camp and wait for our man, Carlos? Or are we gonna ignore him and keep looking?
I think we should ignore him and keep looking.
Yeah, fuck you. I won't do what you tell me. I say we go
absolutely.
looking. Nico, is
right.
that your vote too?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't listen to none of my friends. Let's
It's
go.
true, he doesn't. All right. Carlos might be in trouble. We gotta find him, Justin says, and Renal nods in agreement. And he gives the woman 2 copper coins. Charming, I guess. She smiles at him and speaks rapidly in Nepali, then shuffles into the house. Us and Renal remain outside, next to the small garden where squash lie ripening. What was all that about? What did the old woman say? Dan asks as he adjusts his rucksack straps to stop them from chafing his shoulders. And Renal looks at us and says, "The woman claims that Carlos was traveling with a Yeti."
Oh,
Whoa, nah, she said 2 hikers. She should have said
Yeah,
a hiker and a
right.
Yeti. What the fuck?
I'm saying, though, we stare at Renal in disbelief. But why not? We are here to find them. Maybe they found us in time. We head down the trail not knowing quite what to expect. And we turn to page 32.
Uh-oh. Getting
That's a
deep in
big
this
skip.
book now.
Uh-oh. All right, folks. As we race down the path, you see footprints that might have been left by a Yeti. Suddenly, it's very quiet. The birds have stopped singing. The only sound you hear is your footsteps and Renal's right behind you. You wonder why.
uh-oh.
It doesn't take you long to find out. Around a turn in the path, you run smack into the band of creatures that can only be Yeti. Not creatures, plural. They're aiming an ancient bronze cannon at you.
Whoa.
One of them
Whoa,
touches a
hey,
light to the
hey.
fuse.
Yo.
Nah!
That is the last thing you remember until you wake up in your own bed. Nah. It
Yeah!
must have been that awesome triple decker with mustard and anchovies and chocolate syrup. The end.
Hey, I count that as a death.
I count
Yeah.
that as
I
Yeah,
count
no,
that
that's
as a
definitely
death.
game over. So yeah.
okay.
All
Back
right.
to
That's
the
what?
previous one. The previous.
Is it page 9?
Yeah, it was page 9.
I guess we don't follow him.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so we
Yeah, we don't
are
follow him.
now going to obey the message and actually climb back up to base camp and wait for Carlos.
Okay.
All right, now, probably best to return to camp, I say. However, it's getting late, and the trail back up will be especially dangerous at night. I think we should stay here until dawn, Renal counters. So, we make arrangements with the woman to spend the night. She brings a simple meal of rice, squash, and buttered tea? Who puts butter in their tea?
Nah, I know what they're talking about. You put clarified butter in tea sometimes.
Okay, all right, I'll try that sometime. We're really nervous about the whole affair, but we trust Carlos's judgment. Whatever's going on is out of our hands now, but none of us can sleep. And the wind of the high mountains keeps us restless and heightens our worry. Close to dawn, you hear a high, piercing scream. The noise seems to be coming from right outside our window. Renal moves quickly to the doorway, and the woman is outside the house at the edge of the trail, holding up a battered kerosene lantern. You hear the cry again. This time it's even louder. Yowie! Suddenly, the sound diminishes. It seems to be going farther and farther away? The woman waves her lantern. Is it a signal, or is she trying to frighten whatever it is away? Those are Yeti, she says. In English this time, I guess. They invite you to join them, and your friend Carlos. What should you do? This is more than you bargained for. We look at Renal and then to the woman. It's chilly in the half-light of the morning, and the Yeti sound is growing fainter by the minute. Are we going to follow the sound of the Yeti, or are we going to go back to the base camp and the helicopter?
Well, last time we got shot, so
I know, they shot us last time.
But we are supposed to find them. irrespective of getting fucking bon voyage out of this bitch. So I say we should follow the sound of the Yeti.
I
I mean, I guess Dan in
I
the
go
story
back
does
to-
not know that we got shot last time. So
Facts.
Fair.
Facts.
That's fair. We did go back in
let's follow
time.
the Yeti.
All right.
All right,
The
follow.
Yetis.
All right. Turning to page 43.
No.
Oh, we're good. It's not an end.
Oh, okay.
Yet.
Okay.
You run down the trail with Renal following. Minutes later, you jerk. And the rest of us jerk to a halt. There, in front of you, is the body of a yak, the ox of the high
Oh,
mountains.
no.
And its horns have been savagely twisted off. That's not very poggers, Justin says. They're now used as markers, though, to point the way from the path to a thick rhododendron and pine grove. We pause, looking at the horrible sight of the dead yak. Horns may be pointing you to Carlos, or they may lead us into a trap. If we take Renal with us into the grove for added protection, turn to page 58, or if we leave this man behind as a rear guard, because one person can move more quietly and quickly, and or I guess 3 people can go quieter and quicker in this sort of situation. Are we going by ourselves, or are we taking Renal with us?
I would take that fucker with us.
Why would you
Yeah.
ever leave him behind?
Yeah, I don't fucking know. That sounds like a dumb fucking decision. So, turn to page 58.
Now
Yeah.
someone's gonna sneak up on
Yeah.
us and kill us.
Surprisingly, no. Again,
Okay.
cautiously, you and Renal enter the grove. We and Renal, the 4 of us, enter the grove. The pale light of dawn does little to illuminate this eerie place, and we're the 4 of us careful not to make any noise. Renal tugs at Dan's sleeve and points to the branches of a pine. Hanging from the branches is a red backpack. We approach cautiously.
No.
Justin rips a big fucking fart, but no one notices.
Wow.
And it
the
looks like
wind,
the
of
pack
course.
that and it looks like the pack that Carlos had been carrying before. It may have been taken from him, or it might have been left as a warning. Are we going to retreat for now and go get more help, or are we going to give the special bird call that us and Carlos use as emergency? Apparently, we have a special bird call for emergencies, y'all.
I'm gonna pause, and then at the top
it.
of my
Do
lungs,
it. The Connor
I want to
call.
go, and just
Say less.
I want to hear what's gonna happen.
All right. Tweets. You have trouble whistling. You're so nervous. And then you repeat the signal, only louder this time. There's a sudden crackling of bushes and twigs. Renal and us pull back, ready to run for it. And Carlos breaks out of the bush, sees the 4 of us, and yells, "Run for it! Run for it!" A camera dangles from his neck, and the 5 of us leap out of the thicket and make for the trail. We keep going and going until we can no longer go any further. And between gasps for breath, Carlos tells us that the Yeti carried him to the thicket and allowed him to photograph a group of 16 of them? Huh.
Huh.
Okay.
They told
Respect.
him now that he had what he needed. They wanted to be left alone. Well, why were we invited? I asked. To help get me back, I guess. I had no idea where I was. We get back to the helicopter and return to Kathmandu with the first pictures the world has ever seen of the Yeti. Fame is now ours, and it's the beginning of a great career. The end.
Wow. All right. We died once. We died once.
I'm
Well done.
pretty
Well
fucking
done.
impressed,
Well done. Well done.
honestly.
Well done. Well done. Well done. To be honest.
I'm still mad that we got fucking
Not bad.
blown up by a cannon. The
Yeah, what the
shot a
fuck was that
fucking-
shit?
Yeti couldn't just like smack us. He had to like shoot us.
They had to like shoot us with a cannon.
Yeah, man.
My God. My God. Hey, listen. Of course, you know the lads couldn't fail,
Never.
especially when we can go back in time.
Yeah.
But to be honest, the only time we fucking lost was when the Yeti shot us
With a
cannon,
goddamn
which I was
golden
gonna-
cannon.
I was gonna ask what was the highlight of the choose your own adventure.
Very
It has to be
clearly
that, right?
that.
So yeah. So that was a little interesting diversion, you know what I mean? Keep your eyes peeled, dear listener, because we might be doing more of these in the future. And I say eyes as if you can see us. but keep in mind sometimes you need to use things like Daredevil sees with his ears. Well, our listeners can hear with their
Oh,
eyes.
nice.
Yeah, when they're looking at their phone as the
So-
podcast is playing.
Hey, see what I mean?
Exactly.
So we hope everyone is continuing to enjoy this scary month. We're going to have some scary bonus episodes coming your way. You never know, but take care of yourselves. Stay warm because this book made me feel cold. But as always, dear listener,
Photograph a
don't open
Yeti?
that door.
Or 16 of
too.
them.
Or 16 of them, yeah.
Bye.